Okay. Yo. So, this is another little video thing. I'm pulling out from my house right now. I just took my medication, so I'm gonna talk a little weird. I noticed on the last video, I checked it real quick. I'm not really gonna watch these back, but I checked it, and I noticed that you could hear my blinker, which sucked whenever I turned. So I'm using my my AirPods now, which actually feels kind of weird because I can hear myself a lot clearer. I'm using my AirPods though to speak. Hopefully this should sound better. I don't know. I'm not gonna check right now because I gotta get to work. So this morning I actually finished a playthrough, or I finished a run of Backpack Hero, which is pretty cool. Because I was talking last night about how I played 11 hours and I still haven't beat it yet. And I beat it only on easy mode, so it's not that great. But they put out a balance patch, and it did change some of that difficulty. Still not perfect, but they'll get it, I'm sure. Oh man. So yeah, it's a pretty standard day, it feels like. It's a Thursday, so I get my paycheck in, which is nice. I get weekly paychecks. Yeah, it's like 400 the first week, and then 600 the next week, and then that repeats on and on. I was gonna put a new SD card in to my dumbass little thing here, the dash cam, but I forgot it in the house. I've been shaving every single day now, and I can't get rid of my mustache, and it's really upsetting, honestly, because I'm trying my best. I've tried all kinds of different razors, and like all kinds of different, I don't know, just like I've tried electric razors, I've tried normal razors, 2-blade, 3-blade, 4-blade. Nothing changes the fact that I can't get rid of the like stubble part of the mustache. And you can also see it on my chin, but it's way more noticeable on the top, and it's really upsetting. I've been wearing my glasses to hopefully try to detract from my face, because I hate showing my face. COVID, mask restrictions have been coming down for like the last year. Not exactly recently, but even after the mask restrictions were going away, I had been wearing my mask, partially because I don't trust people, but also sort of because I'm afraid to, show my face, really, because I have a lot of gender dysmorphia. Is that how you say it? I think it is. I'm still not used to talking. I really hope that this helps me talk a little bit more naturally and not say and like all the time. At work, I don't even really talk to anyone, except for maybe a couple sentences. Usually stone-faced, and I like listening to people. I feel cringy whenever I try to talk to people. So I just try to avoid it as much as I can. Oh, man. So yeah, I'm just doing my daily commute. It's like a 15-minute drive. And honestly, if I end up doing these while I'm driving, it might just be 15 want to talk about like stuff that's happened in my past, and you know, I feel sometimes I probably might want to do another recording. Why not? I mean, I don't want to set like aside from doing it every day, I don't want to force myself to like do it a limited amount, or like I have to hit a certain threshold every day or something. And I also want to let myself do more than usual if I want, just however much I feel is necessary. I kind of want to talk about, because it's just been on my mind. I used to live in Arizona when I was like 7 or 8, maybe younger, but I think 7 to 8 sounds right. Elementary school, early elementary school. My mom and I lived in at my uncle and aunt's. I'll call them S and J, or I guess I'll just call them uncle and aunt. You might as well, right? My uncle is in the military, or I guess he's retired now. He used to be a sergeant, I'm pretty sure. I don't know anything about the military. I don't really care about the military at all. But he was like a high-ranking, in charge of people type of guy. I don't know if that's what a sergeant is. It sounds right. But he was, you know. I gotta get gas. But so he was pretty strict whenever I used to live with him. The only reason we were in Arizona was because my mom and dad divorced, and my mom needed somewhere to move. So we moved to Arizona, from Texas to Arizona, with my uncle and aunt. And the only reason they were in Arizona was because they were stationed, my uncle was stationed there, because I guess that's part of being in the Army, is you get moved around. Yeah. Dang, I caught myself while shaving, and there's a big red dot, and I hate it. That's so annoying. I'm dumb. But yeah, so he was pretty strict. He did a lot of things that were a little crazy that he probably shouldn't have done. He wasn't very good at punishment, because he treated me and his 2 daughters as if we were in the Army. It wasn't abusive. It was just like, you know, he very rarely spanked people. He spanked my what are they? Cousin? What are they? I don't even know. But he spanked his 2 daughters only like 2 times in the 3 years I lived with them. 3 to 2 years. Over who knows what. I don't agree with spanking at all. But he wasn't abusive, at least. But I remember this one time. I don't even fucking understand what happened exactly. But they had just gotten a Wii. I think it was around the time the Wii had just come out. And they got a Wii. But my uncle and aunt were very strict about... Did you say aunt? My uncle and aunt were very strict about... like how much time you can spend on games. It was like an hour a week or something, which was hell for me, because like I was addicted to games, and I still am. I fucking do nothing but play games, and I wish I did some other stuff. But it was only like a week of game, or an hour of games a week or whatever, and they got a Wii. The uncle and my what the fuck is the name for the daughter of your uncle? Is it cousin? Because that sounds wrong, but I'm just gonna go with that. I don't know. Her name, I'll just call her Beiju. I'll call her Beiju because she liked Hamtaro, and Beiju is like the main girl hamster in that. But Uncle Beiju and I were just looking at like the Wii channel, like the Miis that you can make, and we were like, haha, look at all these funny Miis. And then my uncle was like, I'm gonna go on a walk real quick. And we were like, okay. He does that every day. And so he went, and Beiju said, we were just playing on the Wii, and then Beiju said, hey, can you go to I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Can you go to my room real quick and just like read something? I was like, okay. And so I went to her room, and then I just picked up a book and started looking at it. And then I suddenly start hearing yelling after like 10 minutes. And I'm like, what? I hear my uncle yelling, and I go into the living room, and he was mad that the TV was left on or something, or like the Wii was left on. He said something about like, why are you guys still playing this, even though he had only left like 10 minutes ago. I didn't really understand what he was talking about. I was young, so maybe I just misunderstood it. But Beiju was crying, and like my uncle took her Game Boy Advance and put it on the ground, and then grabbed a sledgehammer and started saying, tell me who was on the Wii. And we said us, and he said, tell me who's on the Wii. I don't know. And I just stood there, and then my mom came in to pick me up, because I think we had our own apartment at that point, but we were just visiting a bunch too. And my mom came to pick me up, and it was like, what is going on? And that's just where the end of that memory ends for me. I don't think the Game Boy got broken, but he threatened to break the Game Boy because somebody was using the Wii, which he knew about 10 minutes ago. I don't understand it. And like, I was in trouble too for that for some reason from him. But yeah, I just went home with my mom after that, and I was like, that was weird. So yeah, that's one of the most prominent memories. And there was also one where I'm about to pull into Walmart here, so I'll probably stop in a sec. But there was one where I was driving. What the fuck? I was not driving. No, my uncle wanted me to get something out of his car, so he gave me his keys to unlock the car, and then I tried to put the key into the lock because I thought that's how you unlock cars. I didn't know there was a button, and then it like the big rubber part broke off. The part that isn't the actual key, like the handle of the key, broke off, and I was like, oh no. And I was able to jam it back into the thing, but it wasn't very stable. And I unlocked the car and then gave him back the keys. And then the next day, he confronted me. He was like, did you break my keys? I was like, yeah. And he made me do like 15 push-ups and told me if I, you know what, this is more fucked up now that I'm thinking about it. He told me that if I lied like that, I'd be going to hell someday. I was like, what? I'm sorry. No, that's pretty fucked up now that I think about it. No. They weren't abusive, just super Christian. And not in the good way, unfortunately. My aunt was a lot better, but my uncle has always been crazy. I don't know if I like him. Alright, well, I'm at work. I got like 10 minutes till I go in, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. I think today's gonna be whatever. I have a joke I'm doing with Doctor, where I'm gonna there's this video he likes, which is like this guy and this girl are walking down a hallway at school, and and the girl drops her phone, and then another passerby girl picks it up and then does a little dance and hands it back to her, and then the guy starts just breaking it down, and it's really funny. And I'm gonna convert that video into a bunch of images, and then put those images into a photo book, so it's like a flip book. And then I'm gonna give him that, because I love giving Doctor these fucking stupid, like, things. One time we were playing Time Splitters 2. We played one session of it, and we did like 2 missions. And like, we both died in a weird way where like, he was in the ground climbing a ladder and my corpse was just on the floor and there was smoke everywhere. And I recorded it on my Xbox, and then later I opened the recording, took a photo with my phone, and then went to one of those sites where you can get like prints of photos. And I just took that really low quality image of my TV looking at a split screen game where it just says game over on both screens and he's glitching through the floor, and I printed that out and gave it to him to hang up in his room. And it's just sitting there, and I love giving him dumb shit like that. Like, we also have a frog, which is actually with my girlfriend C right now. It's a frog that like, it's a frog that is wooden, and it's like an instrument. It makes a little croak sound whenever you like rub a thing against its back. It's cool. But yeah, that frog has been in Doctor's room for so long because I always just bring shit over to Doctor's room and then leave it there, because I think it's really funny that he gets annoyed that I just have garbage over there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get gas whenever I go on my lunch break today. My fucking thing is still bleeding. That's so annoying. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the video. Ni hao Kai Lan.